Welcome to another episode of Short Q Cooking. This is Chef Joanne, my assistant. Shauna, my daughter, teach her how to make regular rice. We don't do instant rice. Now I've been prepping on my lunch breaks. I've been prepping my food since I get off late. Today we're going to be eating sauteed squash and zucchini mixed with onions with vegan butter. And white rice with lamb chops, 2 ways. We're doing the lamb chops with thyme, basil, rosemary, salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder. But I'm going to wrap a few of them in bacon. You tired of eating bacon?
No, I'm saying that's good.
I already marinated them. They in the refrigerator ready for me to take out. I got the whole rack, so I wound up having to cut it myself. And then I seasoned it, set it right in the refrigerator so it'll just marinate until it's time for me to get it started. Can you hand me the, yes, I've got to turn it down.
Oh.
It's okay.
You do what?
Hand me the bacon and the lamb chops once I finish cutting this onion.
And that's in the refrigerator?
Yep. So we're going to start with the rice since it takes extremely long. And then the squash. We're going to put this here. These go here. Now I never actually add my onions until halfway done with the zucchini and squash. They've been washed and cut. I don't mind the onion taste when it comes to my food, but I know some of my kids don't like onions very much. Now this is just regular sea salt, but it's just fine sea salt. It's not the coarse like I normally get. Hold this for me. So this is somewhat of a celebratory meal I'm making because of my diploma. I got my diploma yesterday. My diploma came in the mail yesterday, and I signed up for a plant-based food course today. You not excited?
No.
Why not?
You always doing something.
What do you mean? You like eating the stuff I cooked, ain't it?
Okay.
That should make you excited.
Plant-based, no.
Well, it's healthy. We eat as healthy as possible. Adding a little vegetable oil, since there's so many of them, I was on like a half a stick of butter. I keep forgetting you guys to put this in a smaller squirt bottle. And I wound up doing it, then I packed it up. Know what you say?
You're always in a different class. Learning something new.
Why not? I love learning. I love cooking.
Why plant-based?
Huh?
Why plant-based?
Because that's where the word is going. If you want to stay in tune with people as a chef, I have to cook what they're looking for. I have to cook what other people are eating. Everybody don't eat pork anymore. So I have to find other things to substitute pork for. They don't eat pork. So we have to substitute it. Show you my diploma real quick, you guys. Yay. And since I'll be going to this course, I will be having more tutorials for us, but me and you learning at the same time. So what I learned for us the plant-based foods and recipes, and you'll be learning too. I should be more focused this time though. Kind of off center last time I was in school. We're not doing that again.
You passed.
I know I passed, but like, you know. So I got them in 2 different cuts. Got them thick and thin. So this is the thick cut. This is the thin cut with just the one. They call it, the one of them, when you scrape it all the way to the top here, they call it lollipops. It don't taste like a lollipop to me. I don't call it that.
Tastes
So
better than a lollipop.
exactly. So what I'm going to do, and just so you guys know, this is my first time wrapping lamb chops in bacon. We're gonna use the small one. That is just super cute already. Now we're gonna start with the bacon that's on the bottom and just work our way around. Oh, that is so pretty. That's gonna be good though. So we're gonna need 5 of these. 4. Now this is the butcher's bacon. I got this from what's that, Ogborn Meat Market up the street from me in Winston. So they got some pretty good freshly thin cut bacon. This is the one with the rind off. Now only time I get the rind on if I'm just gonna like make a thick burger or something. And then I get it with the rind on. But when I'm wrapping food, always the rind off. It's easier to wrap it with the rind off. Now I can sear these first and then put them in the oven. I'm tired. I just got off work. 8 hours. We're not going to do that. We're going to sear the other ones and then put those in the oven with these so that way the bacon fat does get on the other ones. What are you looking like that for?
They good seared.
Huh?
They good seared.
Yeah, but I want the bacon to be crunchy.
I know. But why you gotta put the other ones in there?
I'm searing the other ones.
Yeah, these ain't
No, you don't have to eat yours. Like, I know how you eat yours. Everybody don't eat theirs that way. And I don't know where y'all getting this powder crap from. It doesn't work with me. You look like you had something in your nose.
No, I got something in my eye.
You look like you had something in your nose and it was coming out your mouth.
I got something in my nose?
I don't know what it was. It was your look, trying to act like you were looking. I don't know what look you were going for. It just wasn't working for me. Now I got the lamb chops from the Alborn meat market also. I think I got like 2 racks. It's like 19 a pound. So I only got about $25-$30 for 2 racks. I need a skillet, please. I was gonna sear it in bacon fat, but then that'd be too much overpowering flavors if I'm really gonna have them. They're gonna taste too similar instead of regular. So, thank you. So now that we got these all wrapped up. Now, if you like yours well done, my daughter likes her steak medium rare and things like that. If you like, you leave it in the oven a little longer. Can you have me? I need garlic. The jar that has the whole cloves of garlic, and I'm gonna need a little more butter. Should be on the shelf in the back somewhere.
And you said a wet whole clove?
Yep. Now I don't normally take the top off my rice when it's cooking, but I saw I was losing water too fast and it's nowhere near done, so I just have to add some extra water to it. Need some black cracked pepper. I tell people I don't use white pepper on everything, because sometimes you want to see how much pepper you're actually using.
Is this one in the jar? The garlic in the jar?
Let me see. Yeah, the garlic in the jar, yeah. Where's the black pepper? Oh, here we go. I'm not trying to make a super long video. I'm waiting on how to, but I'm just going to show you guys the gist of it. And oven. Add butter and oil. I don't have any EVOO taken out. I put that away also. But you can still use some vegetable oil. And that's what I'll be using to sear these real quick. Now I'll add it my four regular seasons, which is the onion powder, garlic powder, seasoning salt, and pepper. But also added oregano, thyme, and rosemary to the lamb chops. Now, if you want, you can add. Normally I have a jar of whole cloves of peeled garlic. I don't, so I just got the regular crushed garlic. Show you guys how to sear this real quick. These is just going to go in the oven. Now I had purposely made bacon earlier to render some fat just in case. And if it goes too dry too quick, I already got reserved fat that I can pour right back on here. Those, with them being thin, they only should take about 10 to 15 minutes at the most to be done all the way through, depending on how crunchy you want your bacon. See, once mine start getting crunchy on the top, I just flip it so the other side gets crunchy also. But we'll be already having bacon fat in the it's gonna fry it on the bottom instead of stick, since it already has the bacon fat already on it. I should add some extra bacon to the skillet just for the fuck of it. But no. So once these start cooking, they don't take long. Depending on how thin you cut it. I like a medium cut, not too thick, not too thin. Let me see if you guys can see that. Not too thick, not too thin. Just a medium cut. Like I cut them a little thicker if I'm deep frying them. Or I cut them into like the little sticks. Just for the rice, get that out the way. And the crumbs. Jesus, take the wheel. No, that one. Woohoo. Now once this start, now the best thing I like about the vegan butter, and you've seen this in my other videos, it doesn't turn brown extremely quickly like the regular butter does. It does not burn, and like sometimes you want it burned if you're making caramel or something like that. Sometimes you just want to have a nice little melted butter. So now that it's hot, without overloading the pot, we're going to sit them on the side. I hate this thing because it looks like it was ready and hot, but it's not. Like the whole skillet is not evenly hot because the stove itself is lopsided. But we're gonna make do with what we got. We still gotta eat. So complaining ain't gonna fix it. And neither is the apartment complex. Now what you can do, if you want an extra little zip, if you don't have the whole cloves, you can add a couple of these to the grease while they're cooking in it. It only enhances the flavor. You don't need a whole bunch. See, that side is ready. Yeah. I'm using the thicker pieces first. I can't wait till they come out with smell-o-vision. This garlic goes hard. Now normally I don't really put these meat in a skillet, but I'm tired. And I don't mind if they all get done at least near the time for me before I fall out and fall asleep standing up. I don't. Now you don't crowd the pan. I'm telling y'all that now. I'm only doing it because I'm tired and hungry at the same time. Still not ready yet. My back eye is cooking faster than the front eye. Okay. Now when most of the squash is almost done, that's when you add the onions. Now while it's frying, you can, if it's getting low on oil and butter, add some more butter first. So add more oil. Because you want it to be buttery, you don't want it to be oily. You got it dry there, we're going to add just more butter, not oil. The oil keeps them from sticking and sticking to each other and sticking to the bottom. We're not flipping them all the way. Right away. We're going to let them simmer. Not simmer, but sear for about 5 to 6 minutes. We're going to let it sear on the one side and then we're going to flip it. But with this skillet, with the stove being uneven, we are going to move the temperature around so all of them get evenly tempered.
Can you do it? Can you do it?
What?
Can't stand it.
Can't stand who?
The kitchen while it's cooking.
You can't stand it. You can't stand it.
I can't stay in the kitchen while this stuff cooking.
Why?
Making my stomach hurt.
Well, did you just eat lunch?
Sound like who didn't do nothing.
Okay, well, it'll be done soon.
Like how?
Soon when it's done.
Let's put a time on it.
Time for you to leave me the fuck alone till it's done. Is that time enough for you? Because it's time enough for me.
You know what I hold that? The edge hose.
The edge control?
Yeah.
It's not in the hot pocket?
Oh, it's right on the floor.
Alrighty. Now, we flip. We want them to look that dark, have a nice crust on it. That's why we don't flip them too quick. Because then you'll just be flipping and flipping and flipping for no reason. It's just access flipping for no reason. You can't expect it to be cooked if you constantly bothering it. And this is why we don't crowd the pan or the skillet. This is why, because it's hard to flip the food and put it back in the same spot. But we're gonna make it do what it do. It's gonna work today. So. That rosemary is so, that garlic and rosemary mixed together is just, I don't even know what words to use for it. It's a beautiful smell. So we got the squash and zucchini and onions. Now, I might do a video on what I do with my leftovers. Like if we don't eat all of this today. You can turn this into a vegetarian casserole. You could do like a makeshift type of ratatouille with it. Since it's already cooked, sauteed squash and onions. Add you some mushrooms to it, add you some sauce. Boom, throw it in the oven, sprinkle your cheese on top. There you go, a whole new meal with the leftovers from the squash and zucchini. If you accidentally bought too much or made too much. We don't want anything going to waste. There's too many people out here that's not able to get a proper meal. And we're just throwing food away because we feel like it. You gotta stop wasting. Mother Nature's already getting upset because if it feels this good for winter, where I'm at, and something's off. Where I'm from, it'll be snowing by now in November. I haven't seen the flurry or nothing. Okay. Now I'm just rotating so the heat on this side can get on the meat on that side. Now if you wanted to cook it longer to make sure it's done all the way through, I have a top I would sit on here and let the steam come up and go right back into it. And I'll probably do a picture of the lamb chops wrapped in bacon. Those are going to take a little longer because they're in this oven. Finicky yakky. You don't want to turn it up too high because it'll burn it. But we can't have it down too low because it won't cook. It's so more confused than the government. At least still use it. See what we can do with it. It ain't corroborate. Won't do right at all. I'm only going to be able to deal with it for so long before I replace it. So the government is a perfect example. And this rice still don't look done enough for me. It still looks uncooked, undercooked. Now you can't overcook this rice. Okay, it's actually done. Need a little more. Like I can always take some of the water off. It needs just a little more. Like right at the end of it, it was a little bite to it, like a little rock in it. So that's definitely not done. So about another 3 minutes on the rice. These are actually done. Now before, this is what a lot of people don't know. Once your meat is cooked, don't cut it right away. Because that's when all the juices comes running out. And then now you got a dry piece of meat. Now if you want it to stop cooking, you take it out of the vessel that you're cooking it in. I want to see if this other side, I want to get this other side we just had it on the side. Get it a little more darker. That golden brown deliciousness. Because that looks really good. I want both sides to look this way. Oh, next time I do lamb chops, maybe we can use it on the griddle and then do like, see if you guys can do the grill line, like I did on the bologna. The squash and the zucchini, they're done. These are done. I just want them a little darker. The rice, 2 more minutes and that's done. Boom, that's dinner. My extraness, which is the lamb chops wrapped in bacon, they're going to take just a little longer than that. I don't want to have an extra long, drawn-out video for you guys because that gets boring. That's called short, cute cooking. I want to keep it short. I want to keep it cute, and I want you guys to keep cooking. You don't want to have to keep watching super long videos of simple meals. So I'm going to show you guys how these look before I flip them. They're not sticking because I got the bacon fat already on the bottom of it. Okay. Alright. Let's turn the section off. We're going to turn this front eye off. Now what you can do Once you take them out, plate them. You can put something on top of them to keep them warm, or put some foil around it. But if you wanted to stop cooking as soon, like, oh, this is ready for me, just take it out the skillet. The longer you leave it in there, it will continue to cook. You can turn the eye off, and you can take the eye off the fire. With the skillet still being hot, it's going to still cook it. So if you don't want it to continue to cook, take it out of the skillet or the pot that you're cooking it in and transfer it to something else. But with me wanting that darker color, me turning it off and leaving it there, it's at an even temperature, but it's cooling itself down. But when we use the oil and butter, we don't want it greasy, and it already has fat rendered on the back of it. Okay. Now plating, I keep telling people, plating is everything. You can take something simple and plate it on a pretty plate. People will love it. That color, I'm loving the color. A quick meal. It looks like it was fit for a king, just from the looks of it. And bam! I thought I turned this off. So that's done. These are definitely done. Oh my God, I'm loving that. Those are beautiful. And just simple plating. Just send them on there. Bam, you're done. Let me get a picture. All right. And then if you want to make a gravy for that, this is the perfect with the add a little flour with the oil. Then add just a little water and keep stirring. Just a little water, keep stirring. Just a little water, keep stirring. You don't need a whole bunch of flour because it's going to taste like flour and not like what you're expecting it to taste like. But this is the best flavoring, the fad. That's the best thing to make a pan sauce or gravy with if you want to add it to your meat. It's better than what you putting in the what you would get out the packet. Alrighty. So the rice has been taken out, and now this does look like a lot of rice, because it is. And what we don't eat tonight, we're gonna use to make smoked salmon, cucumber, and cream cheese sushi tomorrow. But our lamb chops that's wrapped in the bacon is done. Now, everybody knows my thing. Depending on how dark you like your food. If you want your bacon to be crunchier than what this is, by all means, leave it in the oven a little longer. But for me, that is perfect for me and mine, for us to go ahead and eat, and I can go to sleep, and somebody else can deal with this mess, because I'm not cleaning it up. And there you have it. Lamb chops 2 ways, seared with garlic butter and vegetable oil. Then you have wrapped in bacon, cooked in bacon, rendered bacon fat, squash and zucchini sauteed with onions, and just a regular rice with some vegan butter and salt. Thank you for tuning in to Short Q Cooking. I'm Chef Joanne. Yes, it's automatically official with my associates. And like, subscribe, share, whatever. Till next time, keep it short, keep it cute, and keep cooking.